Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Precious Doy, and today's tutorial I'm going to teach you how to draft a corset pattern from your basic bodice pattern. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. So the first thing I'm going to do is to measure from my bust point to under bust. I'll measure from my bust point to under bust. I will mark it and I will draw a straight line across. So you want to do the same. So what you want to do next is you want to take 1.25 on both sides of the under bust from the dart line. So you want to take 1.5 and 1.25 on both sides, and you are going to connect it to the waist on both sides. Connect it to the waist on both sides. After connecting to the waist, then you are going to go down by 1 inch from the bust point and connect a curved line like so. You connect a curved line to the under bust on both sides. Connect the curved line on the other side also. Connect it to the under bust from the bust point like I've done. Now you want to determine how low you want your neckline to be, or how well you want your cleavage to show, and mark on the center front. So you go in by 1 centimeter from the center front, or you go in by ½ inch from the center front, that mark you made before. When you go in by ½ inch on center front, then you can now draw your neckline. So make sure your neckline touch that line, that small ½ inch line that you draw at the center front. Make sure your neckline touch it and you draw your neckline. So after you have drawn your neckline, you will now do your upper bust tightening. You will tighten your upper bust by taking 1 inch at the neckline. You will take 1 inch, you will mark it and connect it to the bust point. By doing this, it will make your upper bust tight. So what you want to do next is to close your bust dart and to also cut out the dart at the middle. You want to cut this dart, you want to cut it out. So now you close up your bust dart and tape it down with a paper tape or a sellotape. Now cut out the rest part of the dart. Cut it out. So what you are going to do next is to connect a line going from the center front at the ½ inch you went in to the under bust. So the reason why I'm doing this is to create my bustier cup. So at the side seam of the front, you go in by 1.5 you go in by 1.5 and connect a line with your French curve. You connect a line from the 1.5 you went in to the under bust. So after you've done that, your pattern is almost ready, since we've drawn out the shape of the bustier cup. So what I'm going to do next is to try and close up the dart at the neckline. I want to close up the dart so I can redraw the shape of the neckline. So I'll just try and close up the dart. So after closing up the dart and you find any fault at the neckline, just take your French curve and redraw the neckline. So what I'm going to do next now is to cut the neckline. So you can cut out your neckline at this stage. You can cut out the neckline. So that we created at the top, at the upper bust, to tighten the upper bust, I'm going to cut it out. So the pattern has started to take shape, and for the upper parts, so for the upper part of the front, if you want to use it as a yoke, you can use it as a yoke. You can use the upper part as a yoke if that is what you are going for. But in this tutorial, there's no need for the yoke. So now for the back, you have to draw your back neckline. So after drawing the back neckline, you cut it out. You cut out the upper parts. And you can also use the upper part as a yoke if you want, but for this tutorial we are not making use of the yoke. So this is how it came out. So I'm going to cut out the cup. I'll separate the cup from the bustier. Now this is how it looks after cutting out the cup. So you remember, you are going to cut two pieces. Like when you place your pattern on fabric, you cut out two out of fabric. You cut two out of fabric for these patterns. So it is even okay to number the patterns so that you won't make mistake when you are cutting it out. This one will be on fold. You cut it on fold out of fabric. You cut one on fold out of your fabric. So it is okay to number it to avoid confusion when you are cutting it out on your fabric. So I'm going to cut out the dart for the back. So after cutting out the dart for the back, this is how it came out. It came out really well. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.